Everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with here today with an article from October 14th from PJ Media. And the thing I mean, like a little, you know, controversial, but it really isn't when you think about it. So that's what we're going to go into right now. It says there is no such thing as, quote, Palestinians. And cut that out. That's because the Palestinians are Arabs. That's it. And there's no genetic difference between them and the Palestinians, that is, and regular Arabs. Same group of people. And I said that in another one of my prior videos that should be out already at the time that this one is coming out. Um, so let's go ahead and get into this. Oh, by the way, that video I could mention too, instead of just vaguely saying that I did a video on it. I do have a playlist now that is about this conflict, so you can go to that. It is in there, and it should be the one that says Israel is not an apartheid state. So if you wanted to check that out, please by all means do it at your own leisure. So let's get into this thing. It says, by the way, the thing with part one of a series of articles explaining the fallacies that have led to the world's leftists supporting Palestine, Gaza, and Hamas as wars. And I'm going to do a video on probably every single one of these. The one that came out, and as I showed that this just came out on October 14th. As I record this, it's October 15th. So nothing else in this series has come out as of when I'm recording this. So I will go try to make videos on the rest of it because I think it is important that the actual correct information get out there about these sorts of things because Hamas does have, I should say the Palestinians as a whole, have a very good media machine that can sit for them as partly as they possibly try. And the Israelis always are the ones, even if they're doing the right thing, are the ones that get shoved into the back and people are always against them. Could be some reasons for that. Go ahead and figure out what that is. But look at the article. It says the writers of the anti-Semitic slash Marxist slash Palestinian slash LGBTQ slash BLM slash hate-filled alliance are nothing if not predictable. After expressing shock and dismay that their Palestinian friends in Gaza specifically targeted civilians, in under a week, they have quickly shifted back to their repeated old rhetoric. They are now blaming Israel for the perfect offensive from Hamas, calling Israel's counterattacks of Hamas a terrorist siege, which it's not, lifting the video with images of women from Gaza and taking Israel in any ways as an apartheid state, and as AOC defended the nation devoted to ethnic cleansing. But none of it is actually true. Okay. And I'm sure this article is going to go into it. Otherwise, I can remember to circle back and go back. First, I already went over the apartheid state thing, as I said previously. And for everybody to make cleansing, Israel would need to be committed to wiping out all Palestinians, which they have expressly said that is not what they are planning on doing. So it's AOC, though. She is not the smartest human being. So I wouldn't expect her to understand, how it works. He just doesn't get it. Like the article says, we cannot let them try to fulfill the with their blatant lies, which you're going to see a lot of. You've already seen quite a bit. Okay. So it says the necessary dismissed cities is complicated. So the purpose of this piece is to do just that. Give accurate information that is in contradiction to the lies of the Marxist alliance that seeks to destroy Israel, the United States, and Western culture. Political implications and religious components will be left for another article. And this is about what we in Judaism call hubris. Simple, or at least probably simple, practical understandings that are usable in any dialogue. And my Hebrew is real bad at that. I haven't actually studied since my bar mitzvah, and that was over 30 years ago. So, yeah, apologies for mispronouncing that. It's not up on my Hebrew at this point. It says, let's start with a brief history lesson. Despite the media has been teaching for almost 60 years, there is no historical Palestinian state or people. That's the first thing everybody needs to understand is just that line in and of itself. And this is over 4,000 years ago, there was people living in Canaan, such as Moabites and Amalekites, etc. There was no Palestine, people, or land. But around 2,200 years ago, the Prophet of Israel, and King Saul into the first kingdom of the region, a Jewish theocracy called Israel. Says that we split into the kingdoms of Judah and Israel, both Jewish, were propelled by the Babylonian Empire a little over 2500 years ago. This became the Persian Empire, which was defeated by Alexander the Great, and Israel was controlled by the Greeks. And so that whole region is, over the millennia, I don't know if it's centuries, but millennia is probably more apt, has been controlled by a few good different people. So it's not like, you can really narrow it down and say, yeah, there were uh, well, okay, this is it. But we're not going to be Palestinians because we're going to say, and we're going to go into that further. This is the Greeks were defeated by the Thessalonians, and Israel once again became a Jewish state about 2,200 years ago. So this is a little after Alexander the Great. Because the Hasmoneans were beaten by the Romans, and there followed a series of kingdoms that controlled Israel. Byzantine, Sassanid, Umayyad, Frankish, Christian, and eventually the Mamluk dynasty, which controlled the region in the 13th to 16th centuries. This is the first time there was a governmental Muslim presence in Israel, but again, it's not related to Palestine as a people or a nation at all. The Mamluks ultimately were absorbed into the Ottoman Empire, but controlled the region until it was defeated by the British in the 20th century, and it would have been later on. So it's nowhere in this 3,000-year history does Palestine and Palestinians exist or even get discussed. The British created a mandate called Palestine on July 24th, 1922, which was the first mention of the word in thousands of years. Yeah, basically since the Romans. So there you go. Says for over 3,000 years, there has been no such thing as a Palestinian or a country of Palestine. So when does Palestinian issue even start in modern times? In 1948, UN Resolution 181 granted statehood to two states, the Jewish one called Israel and an Arab one called Palestine. This is the first time there is a nation with people with the name of Palestine, even though they were in fact all Jordanians, and Jordanians are Jordanians and stuff. Because immediately, 300 nations attacked Israel and continued to be attacked repeatedly for the next 15 years, but successfully defended the nation. And now comes the seed that leads to the current support in the list of Palestine. In the early 1960s, the Arab coalition was not only physically losing wars, but it was also what was considered bullies of Israel in worldwide media. They were the Goliath that kept losing the war. The chemical racist firm of Billy Anderson Yitzi in New York, founded in 1909 no longer in business, to change their image in the world. They did not know this firm. I'm simply in the I don't know what it was, but this must be it. So George Anderson told them they needed a new film, and it looked would be perceived as smaller and even more views than the Israelis, and the Palestinian cause was born. Since advanced the Palestinian Liberation Organization, or it's the PLO, was established on May 28, 1964, and this is the same period of Palestinian growth in 1964. Otherwise known as like, when most of your parents were probably alive, at least my parents certainly were. My parents were in high school at that point. So within just 2 generations, basically. Okay. In the 1967 war, when Israel took Gaza and the Sinai, the Golan Heights, and the West Bank, the concept of the Palestinian victims became more popular. Well, with Egypt being a land for peace deals Israel has complete peace, the other nations refused to do the same. Palestine, in scare quotes, has always and continues today to define itself as a free river, which is Jordan, to the sea, it's the Mediterranean, and refuses to accept the state of Israel as a neighbor. The Arabs told books and guides that the West Bank and many Arab nations do not include Israel in the marches taught to children in 2023. So, by the way, for the people that don't know, the Freedom of Literacy is an actual genocidal chant. It is a blood libel. Okay, so anybody you hear saying that, they're calling it the actual genocide of the Jews. They are anti-Semites and they're just bad people. They are ridiculous. Okay, so we're just gonna go with that. And then huge look at the nation, they're not even showing their kids in their schools the proof about it. So yeah, that's a problem. Okay. But so Gaza in 2005, the Israelis and their contract for peace, consists most of the people of Gaza. In 2007, the people of Gaza elected Hamas as leadership by over 90%, and they've re-elected into Hamas in power for these 16 years. We do not call for a distinction between the citizens of Gaza and Hamas, for Hamas was and has been elected by the people of Gaza for almost 2 decades. And so they're putting the people in power that are the ones who are actually oppressing them, and then everybody screams that they're being oppressed by the Israelis, and the Israelis are like, we're not everything, like, what are you talking about? We've nothing to do with this. Is says no leftist wants to destroy Israel. The people of the region consider themselves Palestinian, and we need to act according to self-identification based on the last few decades. So it's further be the history that Palestine and Palestinians are made in, there was people who self-identification as the real term. This is beyond absurd, and you can see with a simple analogy. I mean, you don't even need to go to an analogy, it is just absurd. Like, it's a look to say, I identify as this, so I must be this. Like, no, it's not how things work. Because we're totally being confronted with a media supported by the same Marxist agenda, and the claim that if a man self-identifies as a woman, he could be treated as a woman in all ways, right? I figured this is the example that they're going to go into. Because anyone with common sense realizes this is ridiculous. Because if the agenda continues unchecked, more and more people are concerned about this craziness that is becoming commonly accepted. But the political parents of fixed accountability, and they will still approve. Correct ways to call themselves women, but they're not. Being Arab born in Gaza isn't a really or isn't not a Palestinian, no matter what the media has been putting down for decades. That is 100% correct. It is frequent suicide without self-identification to pull the actions of the culture, be it drag queens calling themselves women or taking Palestine as a historical reality. Says this does not disqualify the idea of a two-state solution of a Jewish state living peacefully with Arab neighbors. But this cannot happen until the proposed neighbor truly refutes and turns into Hamas, and until they change their attitude that Israel has no right to exist and embrace Israel as a peaceful neighbor. There's a story that the Israeli ambassador was about to give a speech to the UN. He said, "Before I begin my speech, I'd like to tell a story. Moses was bathing in the Jordan River, and when he got out, his clothes had been stolen by a Palestinian. The Palestinian ambassador jumped in. "Insurgents," he exclaimed. "We're leading the region at that time." The Israeli ambassador continued, "The Palestinians will not even understand and will not begin my speech." And it's insane. It's hilarious. It's just like it just says there's a story. Okay, not but if it is, that's hilarious. But before we get started with specifics, some realities need to be acknowledged. There is no historical Palestine. The people of Gaza have chosen Hamas as their leadership and visualize the right to exist on the same cities. For the full acceptance of these facts, can possibly be started, but not until they are fully accepted. I really like this article, and I'm looking forward to more from future media about this. But even everybody on the left is going to look at this and go, "Oh, PJ Media, they're a conservative outlet, so I can't trust them because, of course, they're pro-Israel." But you can't believe any of the actual facts that are in here. This is all historically documented stuff that you can go look up. And if you're not doing that, I'm still sitting here after reading this article and you're listening to me. I'm going, I'm still going to believe that. I'm still going to spot the same leftist talking points. Well, you know, okay? You should be changing your opinion based on the facts here. You shouldn't just be going, I'm just going to stick in your feeling and stating I'm not going to change my mind even though I just read other forms of proof. Okay? This is, again, all historically documented. If you're on the left, go ahead and think of anything that's in it. Okay? If you're going to go, real thing, okay? So, anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below about the article. And before you have to tell me that there are no such thing as Palestinians, which again is a statement of fact. Well, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I will talk to you soon.